Bristol's going to be a blast. It's a fun track. Things happen real quick here. Can't see all the way through the corners, so it's be interesting for sure. Yeah, I think it's 5 races. Believe we're having a little bit technical difficulties, Hillbilly. I don't think you're coming across on the broadcast right now. So how you try to fix that? Yeah, so believe it's 5 races to settle it out. There's no one last shot to win it. It's they're gonna point it out here, the last 5, I believe. So it should be interesting here, Bristol for sure. And so just to recap, just the audience at home didn't hear what you were talking about there earlier. Here, the practice times as we're coming to the end of practice. Looks like Jason Middleton will be your quickest so far with a 14.67. Then you get Kyle Purcell with a 14.84. Don Manning 14.89. Delgado with a .90. And Larry Garnes rounds out your top 5 with a .91 here in practice. And looks like they get about 2 minutes left here in practice. So let's see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, Dave, you're definitely not coming across the broadcast. All right then. Well, we'll handle it until you get stuff figured out.
Yeah, a little bit of technical difficulties here. So that's gonna end practice for these guys. Gonna be rolling into qualifying here.
Now, race control tonight. I'm going to let you know if a car spins on its own, but he keeps on going, that yellow flag will not be thrown.
So we got a few more difficulties here, Jim. I believe you're coming across the broadcast as race control.
Check 1, 2. I think I may be back with you guys. Let me know if you're hearing me there out in the world. And do we still?
You are live.
Awesome. Sorry about that, folks. Having a little problems getting the audio straightened out, but I think we got it squared away. Or did we lose all audio? Not sure what's happening. You guys still have a copy? Are we making it live?
Now I'm not sure if anything's live.
I'm not sure if we have any audio. Well, I'm getting audio bursts when you guys key up, but I'm not getting anything when I do. Looks like, let's see here. Wait for it. Well, this is strange. Apologize to the folks at home if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, I still apologize. Well, all right. This is not working as planned. Check 1, 2. Still nothing coming through.
It is coming through.
Oh, you're hearing me? Okay. Are you hearing any race audio?
Right now, nothing on that end.
Well, there's not anyone on the track either. It looks like qualifying has wrapped up. So, folks, we're going to try to continue on forward here. Let's look at our qualifying results. We still have a little bit of time left to qualifying, but so far what we're seeing is Jason Middleton holds the pole position with a 1490, followed by Jackson Carr in that 97 Toyota in second. Peter Terrio in the 26 Chevrolet is third. Sean Purcell is fourth. Rodney Uberpacker rounds out your top five. Kyle Purcell is sixth. Adam Egerstein seventh. Jackson Minter eighth. Larry Garnes is ninth. 10th is Jeremy Flanagan. Don Manning is 11th. 12th is Christian Delgado. 13th is Justin Horton. Eli Repose is 14th. 15th is Scott Leonard. 16th, John Higgins Jr. Tyrone Yo doesn't look like Tyrone posted a qualifying effort, but looks like he may roll off in 17th. Chad Snyder 18th. David Sharon 3 in the 010 will be 18th. I'm actually going to have to wait probably until we get the final results for these last five drivers. And that's right. Nathan Christensen actually 17th, 18th Chad Snyder, 19th Dave Sharon. David Sharon 3 is 20th. Tyrone Yo Jr. is 21st, rounding out the field. So it looks like we're getting ready to get started here at the Code Zero Radio 150. Trucks are taking the grid as we speak. See what we can move once these guys get rolling here.
Yeah, we're gonna have Jason Middleton here on the pole. He was our winner last week as well. So continue to. I think this is his second race with the Orr Lawn Care Truck Series as well. So to come off and win last week and put it up here on the pole tonight. Great effort by him so far.
Yeah, and being that this is the first round of the chase, I'm throwing up the point standings here for folks. So you can take a view of what's going on, where everyone stands in the points after they've been reset, plus bonus points. The rest of the races this season, like I say, will run it out. As you see, Peter Terrio is your points leader, 2 points over Kyle Purcell. 4 points back is Donald Manning in third. Fourth is Jackson Mentor, 6 points back, tied with everyone else through the top 12. Every point tonight is gonna matter for these drivers, as looks like we're starting to roll off. Let's see if we can get some. That 420 truck is going to lead us off here at the green flag. The first start will be on the green. Every start beyond that will be on the leader to pull the trigger there. Leader always starts to the inside in this series.
Yeah, this is going to be a challenge for a lot of these drivers. Things happen real fast here. You can find yourself in trouble in a hurry. So, patience is I think, going to win this thing if you can just be patient, hit your marks, and then work your way up through the field here without getting a lot of damage. And I think that's what it's going to take to run up front and win here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some great shots of this track. Bristol, the last great Coliseum, is absolutely phenomenal place to go IRL. It's fun for these drivers that are going to be racing here tonight. Tempers may flare. It is a half-a-mile track. Weather looks pretty good. Being a night race, this is 68 degrees is our current ambient temperature. A little overcast skies. Don't suspect to be any rain, as the green flag is in the air and we are off. Going into turn one, you have the 420 of Jason Middleton trying to pull away from this field early on. I heard someone smack the wall there.
Yeah, they're already beating and banging down here in turn one. There we go, caution already here.
Caution for Rodney Uberpacker. Wow, a lot of folks were involved in this one. We're going to try to see if we can get back there and see what happened. Let's see if we can ride on board here with Uberpacker. And it looks like he gets a little bump by the 9 of Adam Angerstein. Collects the 72, the 25. Wow, we had the big one on lap 1 here. This is a little early for this to be going on, but we have, looks like the 29 truck is on his side. The 13 is smashed in there. The 46 is into it. I'm not sure anyone escaped. Wow. Not sure anyone escaped this without damage. If you were back in the pack any whatsoever. Let's see if we can ride on board here. We're going to jump on board with Scott Leonard as he tries to navigate his way through nothing but a mess. As he comes under braking, you see him kind of slide sideways to try to minimize the damage, but chaos on lap 1, guys.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Angerstein just missed his marks there, getting into, I guess it was 1 there on the start. He just flat out drove over Uberpacker by the looks of what I saw.
Yeah, and I know typically these guys will get the they'll get moved to the back if they were deemed by race control to have caused the incident. So we'll see what happens here with the 9. He's currently set in 5th, but man, that took out a lot of good trucks, or were good in practice, and folks are having to use up that their first quick repair pretty early here. Folks at home, please let us know if you can't hear the truck's volume or anything. We did have some volume issues earlier. I just want to make sure that we're giving you guys the best quality stream we can at home. Do apologize for the early issues. Not really sure what was happening or what I did to fix it, but you can now hear me, which is not always good. But we're going to try to bring you the best race we can tonight. And I'm sure these drivers are going to do their best to give you a little better racing than what we saw here on lap 1. But like I was saying earlier, don't know if you guys were even hearing me, but if you didn't have enemies coming into this race, or you didn't have a rival coming into this race, you're liable to leave with one at the end of the night when you're talking about a half-mile track in the night at Bristol, here in Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah, it's real tight racing here. Higher speeds than you would see at someplace like Martinsville. So, coming off the corner, and the corner exit's really tough. So, that guy on the outside has to be very careful. And we're back to green here.
And we are off as the 420 gets a good jump over Jackson Carr in the 97 truck. The 97 is not going to let him get away easy, as they're both running around the bottom of this track, it seems like. 420 a little loose on entry. Kyle Purcell's in third with his brother Sean Purcell, the 00, right behind him.
As you see Kyle Purcell taking a look to the outside here, Jackson Carr.
They're now trying to put a lap on the number 29 of Rodney Uberpacker, who was on his side there in that first incident. They were 3 wide there for a second, as the 97 is trying to make his way, or actually it's the 10 trying to make his way around the outside of the 97 for that second position. We are under caution once again. So I'm not seeing anything that triggered this particular caution flag. If you guys happen to know what it is, I'll see if I can try to get a look at it.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing much on my end as well.
As unfortunate as it is, it does not look like Tyrone Yo Jr., who was sitting there, tied for 5th in the points with all these other drivers. It does not look like he was able to make the field tonight. Now, we do know that early on, Tyrone disconnected from the practice due to connectivity issues. Now, I'm seeing now that Jeremy Flanagan may have crashed. I want to try to see what that was. Maybe nothing more. I don't know why it came up that way. Because they're pacing under the pace laps here. So anyway, we're gonna get back to live racing here in just a few minutes, folks. See if we can get some green flag laps under their belts here and get settled in. It's got to be frustrating for these guys at the front that are really laying down some fast laps and starting to pull away from the field, and they just get drawn right back in.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for these drivers up front. They want to see some green flag laps, get some separation on the field, and see what they got here. It looks like in the early running, it looked like Kyle Purcell. He's up 2 or 3 spots here early, just in the first 11 laps or so. So he's a contender that will more than likely be there at the end if he can keep his truck clean. So we'll see what he can do as well. And of course, Peter Terrio is always very quick in all these truck races here. So it's early yet. Hopefully these guys can settle down and put some green flag laps in and see what they all have.
I want to take a look here, folks. In the 79 truck, this is not Travis Juggles Rodriguez, who's enjoying himself in Las Vegas this weekend. This is Chad Snyder, fill-in driver, and he is up the most positions of anyone today. He's up 11 spots to the 7th position, right behind Larry Garnes and is a Stripe to Remember lawn care entry.
Yeah, great run so far for Chad. Like you said, taking over for Travis Rodriguez, who, luckily is in Vegas and we are not. So, congrats to Travis for being able to do that and take a little vacation, and I'm sure he'll be back here in the next week or 2.
Yeah, we hope he's lucky there in Vegas. Brings back some of that money if that's what he's doing. I know he was enjoying an event there, music event. So if you're paying attention to us tonight, which you probably shouldn't be, enjoy yourself, bud. And your truck seems to be doing pretty well out there. Looks like lights are out on the pace truck. We'll be going green this time by. Your leader is Jason Middleton, followed by Jackson Carr, Cal Purcell, Sean Purcell, and Peter Terrio running out your top 5. Dave, you can call him to the green this time if you'd like.
So here we go. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. Middleton, not as big of a jump as he probably wanted. Jackson Carr is going to hang to his outside now. He clears him, coming out of 2 here.
He's got a big head of steam coming out of 2, and I just watched as the 00 truck got to the rear bumper of his brother in the 10 and kind of laid the bumper to him. Oh, it was the 26 and 00 get together a little off exit. Let me see if I can find us there. As 00 is now sideways, collected by that 79 truck. Caution is out again. Lap 15 at 150. We need to get it going here, guys. That started way before what we're going to see here in this replay, but we're going to watch it nonetheless. Yeah, you see the 00 is loose there. I'm going to try to rewind it a little bit so the folks at home, I was trying to catch this on camera, but it actually started way back a little further than that. So let's see if we can follow him through here. 26 and 00 running side by side. 26 actually looks like he came up into the 00 a little bit there. 00 was trying to collect himself. Peter did go down low to stay out of the way, and the 00 unfortunately was collected by the 79.
Yeah, tough break for Chad Snyder there. Had a good run going. Hopefully there's not too much damage on that truck and he can keep it going.
Yeah, things happen here really quick. Like you were saying, it's a half-mile track, but it's a very fast half-mile track. So it doesn't take it. You almost have to anticipate an accident, which is nearly impossible at times because there are some quality drivers that can save little mishaps. And if you try to react to every little mishap on the track, you're losing time, you're losing speed. So here it's just happening so fast that you're lucky if you can get by it when it happens.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's hard to see. You can't really see through the corners here. So if someone, is wrecking coming off the corner and you're coming through that corner, it's hard. You won't even see it half the time till you come up off the corner, and by that time it's a little too late. So, they've got, a lot of speed in these trucks here. They really get them wound up. So, like you said, things happen real quick, and it's hard to react quick enough to save it.
Yeah, and we'll keep an eye. What we'll do is we'll try to maybe ride along if we can here with the 97. Let's hop on board with him and try to, because he's going to be on this high side, try to see if we can get an idea of what this driver is seeing as far as banking. This is a high banked oval. That's what allows the speeds to be so fast. Now if you're looking out the windshield here, you see as you're going into the turn, it almost looks like you're running into a flat wall. But I believe is it still 33-degree banking here? I think it's progressive now. So the banking at the middle lane, or the bottom lane, the middle lane, and the top lane are all a little bit different. Being that there's more banking in the middle than there is on the bottom, there's more on the top than there is on the middle when you're riding through these turns. But I believe that top lane is still 33 if I have my notes together correctly, which is possible that I don't. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think they left the banking the same at the top, and you get a little less banking the further down you go. So
the lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to stay here with Jackson Carr on this restart, just so we can see. Jason Middleton has the best position because he controls when you take off. Once the pace truck leaves the track and is on pit road, he gets to choose when to go, even before the green flag flies. So you're likely going to see him jump out on the left side here as he's on the inside of the truck we're riding along with. So you can see what it is that Jackson Carr is trying to deal with. Pace truck is off. It's now in the control of Jason Middleton to start this thing. And Jackson and Jason take off. It doesn't look like Jason got that great of a jump over Jackson. He'll make it happen leaving turn 2. Entering turn 3, there's about 2 truck length difference.
And Jackson Cars now has to try to fend off Kyle Purcell. Kyle Purcell looks quick here in the early going, so that's going to be a tough challenge for Jackson for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Kyle Purcell is at the top. He's right behind Peter Terrio in the points here, starting this chase for the championship. He's there for a reason. He's there because he's fast week in and week out, just as Peter Terrio is. But I'm noticing that Peter is dropping pretty quickly, has dropped back to the 7th. Oh, wow, we have another accident. Oh, that may be too far back. Let me jump up here.
Possibly something with John Higgins Jr. as he towed to the pits here.
All right, let me see if I can find out what occurred here as Peter Terrio. So we should catch it here. Oh, the wreck was actually up in front of Peter. Not seeing who that was, though. Oh, John Higgins.
Oh, John Higgins got loose. Yeah, John Higgins got loose.
Found it here. John Higgins, oh yeah, he got really loose. Snapped right on him. Collected the 79 again. 26 gets a little piece of it here. 15 looks like he stopped down on the bottom of the track. It's just unfortunate for these drivers. It looks like Jason Middleton is your leader. Still hasn't hit pit road. So right now, Jason Middleton, Jackson Carr, Kyle Purcell, Larry Garnes, and Scott Leonard are your top 5. None of your top 5 have been to pit road yet.
Now looking here, it looks like it was a few of them that came down on lap 3 just because of that incident. Let's see, Sean Purcell was in on lap 17. We have a few in now. Looks like, who is it? Peter Terrio came down. I think he was involved in that caution. Nathan Christensen, Chad Snyder, and John Higgins, who were all involved in that, all came down pit road.
Yeah, these guys are gonna get their trucks fixed up a little bit. Hopefully not have to burn their last and final repairs, as there's been some early wrecks here. We're only 26 out of 150 here in the Code Zero Radio 150 for the Or Lawn Care Truck Series. This is the All-American Racing Leagues. This is your first way into the league and to get into what will be our progression model of Truck Series drivers progressing to our newly formed Xfinity Series for next season. And then eventually onto our Cup Series, which, David, you're a 2-time champion.
Yeah, 2-time champion. This playoff isn't going the way I wanted. I believe, but Hibbley, you still got a chance at it. So best of luck to you over there in the Cup side.
Yeah, I think the competition is really tough on our Cup side. You can catch our Cup races on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Esports Broadcasting Network on YouTube. That's done by the Sim Racing Media presents that for us, and they do a lot better job than we do over here. They're a lot more professional, as I say. We're not professionals, and we're quite unprofessional, and we like it that way. So we have fun, and that's we hope you're having fun at home. Looks like the lights might be out again, Dave. We're going to try to get this started up again. Coming to lap 29 of 150 here in the Code Zero Radio 150.
Yeah, hopefully these drivers can get a long run going here. It'd be nice to get them stretched out and see what all these drivers can do. Not have to worry about getting caught up in an early wreck with it packed tight together here. So, yeah, see if they get it worked out. They should.
The pace truck is off. 420 truck of Jason Middleton will lead us down as he takes off. Shoots out of a cannon, but the 97 isn't letting him get away again. He's managed to stick with him again on these restarts. But I'll tell you, that 420 is fast. He's pulled out now to about a 4 truck length lead over Jackson Carr.
Oh, looks like contact.
Smacking some walls back there. It looked like Jackson Carr had an issue.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle Purcell getting to the back of Jackson Carr there off the corner.
Yellow flag is out. Doesn't look like I'm going to get... Oh, that's a terrible looking camera there. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a replay of that without just backing up to it. Let's see what we have here. Jackson Carr down pit lane. That's unfortunate. He was running second. You see that was Kyle Purcell that may have gotten into him there a little bit?
Yeah, it looked, from what I saw, it looked like Kyle Purcell had a pretty good run up off the corner and just didn't get checked up in time. Kind of, gave Jackson just a little bit of a bump, and that's all it took.
Folks, I hate to do it this way, but we're going to back it on up because I'd like to see that contact being made with the 97 here as he was in second place. And it looks like he got spun down to the top of pit road there. So here we are. Sorry about that. Hope no one got dizzy at home. Yeah, he just looks like the 10 got a little better exit than the 97 did. And the 97 was already light in the rear end there. And that contact just spun him on around there. It's unfortunate for Jackson Carr. Again, like we've said, folks, tempers may fly by the end of this. Might not be the end of that one.
Oh, it's like you said, it's Bristol, baby. That's what it's all about here. You always get a few unhappy drivers that by the time this thing's over, and it looks like there may be some early on.
Yeah, without a doubt. This may be a race of attrition. These guys, I was about to say it too, and I'm glad I didn't because I didn't want it to be the curse, but I was about to say that where it seems you want to be in this race thus far is up toward the front. Most of the stuff's been happening mid-pack back. So below, from 6th place on back, 7th place on back. And then now we just saw it with our second place driver. So I don't know that anywhere's safe on here unless you're in that 420 truck and you can just get away from them.
Yeah, I think that's where you want to be is in his shoes right now. Get a good jump and stay away from the mayhem behind you. I mean, it just seems like everything's kind of stacking up there in the back. I mean, this last one was, up front. So I guess no place is safe here at Bristol.
It's called the Last Great Coliseum because it is very small. The stands are very high, and there is always some battling going on within this Coliseum. We have Jason Middleton as your leader. Kyle Purcell is in second. Scott Leonard is up to third, up 12 positions. Larry Garnes is up 5 to fourth. Don Manning is rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, what a great run for Scott there. Up 12 spots here into P3. So good run for Scott here in the early going.
Yeah, and he's got that great Lucky Dog detailing paint scheme on that truck. He's making him proud tonight, I'm sure. And Larry Garnes putting on a good show here tonight as well. It's good to see these guys up towards the front. Hopefully they can stay up there, another 100 or so laps and come out here with a good finish. But, anything can happen here at Bristol as they're lining back up to get ready to set this thing off. I believe the lights are out on that pace truck, so we should be going green next time by. So we see Barney's got the green flag in his hand. He's waiting to wave that sucker. But, they don't have to wait on him. All they need is this pace truck to hit pit road, and your lead truck, Jason Middleton, can take off. He can get gone at any time he's ready to go, and there he goes.
There he goes. Great jump. A little bit earlier on that one. Worked out in his favor. Takes off to a big lead here.
Absolutely, and it was within his right to do so because I believe he was in the. That truck was on pit road, which we try to wait for a restart zone, but they're not always apparent here in iRacing. It's sometimes harder to see where those are, or they're not painted on the wall. So it's not like it is in the real world yet. They haven't scanned in that particular object for a lot of these tracks. Not sure about here, but yeah, did nothing wrong. Just fortunate, it's good to be the leader.
Now looking back a little bit further here, looks like Jackson Minter is on the move to the front. It looks like Don Manning is following him up through. And great to see Jackson Minter. I know last week was a kind of a tough race for him. We're used to seeing him up near the front, and it looks like he's kind of got his groove back here at Bristol tonight. So and he's looking to the inside of Scott Leonard here for P3. So
that 25 Toyota is on rails right now as he's working his way up through the field. I believe he and the sponsor of this race, the Code Zero Radio 150, I believe Code Zero Radio and Jackson Minter may have a little something to do with one another there.
Minter's trying to do it the hard way. I mean, in the old days of Bristol, before the progressive banking and all that, it was always a bottom groove racetrack. Now that outside groove is more or less the preferred groove. So it looks like he's making hay on the bottom. So it's good to see that, and it tells me he's got a pretty good track.
Yeah, it definitely shows he's got a lot of grip. And, he is one of those guys who pitted, it's only 3 laps, but he did pit on, he must have just come in and got a splash of fuel, maybe a little bit of repair. As his pit time there on lap 3 was only 6.3 seconds. That's the same for Don Manning in the 92.
Yeah, I think Jackson and Don Manning were kind of involved in that first early caution on lap 3. I think that's why you saw them come down. Maybe like you said, just get some repairs done, top off the fuel tank, and head on back out. So,
as we have a whole gaggle of trucks here in view, you have the 92, we have the 8, we have the 13, the 26, the 15, the 46. Oh, as the 8 gets a little bit loose, comes up the track, and Peter Terrio gets in the rear. The 8 is now down the track. We are under caution. Yeah, that all started a little earlier, as we saw live on screen. With the 8 got a little bump to the rear, and by the 26, I think the 8 got loose, checked up. The 26 wasn't expecting it, got in the back of him. He spun, came back down, and collected the 46, and I believe the 15 also spun out there a little bit. But just some hard racing. It looks like Scott Leonard just got a little loose and was trying to collect it up when the 26, no fault of his own, happened to
get that's kind of one of those racing deals here at Bristol. I mean, like I said, it's tight racing here, and you get a little bit of the pack type racing. It looked like the 8 kind of had to check up for the 92 a little bit, and I don't think Peter Terrio was expecting the check up, and it was just kind of a chain reaction.
The 10 was faking it. We thought that we was going to see the 10 hit pit road there. As we are 49 laps of 150 are in the books, and these we still have Jason Middleton and Cal Purcell out there on the first set of tires. It looks like maybe the top 5 are still on, with the exception of Christian Delgado. Christian had an 11-second pit stop there on lap 3. He may have went ahead and changed tires or just spent some time getting damaged. It's really hard to tell. With 3 laps, I doubt he took tires, but you never know. They have, I believe, 4 sets here.
Yeah, I believe it's 4 sets, 4 change sets of tires. So 5 total set they start on, and 4 extra sets.
We were seeing some really good racing there for a few laps. These laps click off pretty quick. Even under caution, they're not too bad, but we definitely want to see the green flag racing. And we got a little taste of it just now. I'm thinking these guys are going to start, we're going to have some folks that are obviously going to fall out or be slower. So the racing is not going to be as close together with some of these trucks that have damage and don't have a quick repair to straighten it back out again. But a lot of these trucks in the top 10 look pretty clean right now, so they've had quick repairs or have stayed, like Jackson Middleton and Cal Purcell pretty much stayed out of trouble throughout. So I don't know. We may get some really quality runs going here just a little bit later on in the race, is what I'm expecting to see.
And it looks like Jackson Carr is kind of slowly making his way back up to the front after that early mishap there, getting kind of spun from second place. So he's back up, looks like, to the 7th position.
So Dave, here's a little interesting tidbit that I'm noticing here. I'm just looking over some of the stats, and I'm seeing that from Nathan Christensen on back, they just pitted. So these guys have come in. Some had some pretty long pit stops there. I think 29 seconds for Peter Terrio. But looks like Nathan Christensen may have taken 2 tires with a 7-second pit stop, but you have Peter Terrio is going to be on fresh tires, Larry Garnes on fresh tires, Adam Angerstein on fresh tires, and a lot fresher than these guys in front of them.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Looks like they've got about 50 laps or so on the tires up here at the front. So let's see what these fresh tires can do behind them.
As once again, the lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to be going green this time by, as the 420 of Jason Middleton will lead us off, and he gets another great jump. The 10 of Kyle Purcell is in pursuit, with that 25 of Jackson Minter moving to the inside of the 13, taking the 3rd position. He is on a mission. And he's still making the bottom work. He's not even trying to go up and run that faster lane, or what is considered to be the faster lane up top. He's still putting that 25 truck right around the bottom and making some time with it.
Yeah, I mean, if he can make that bottom work and pull these passes off, I think that's the place to be. I think a lot of these drivers, want to run the top because there's a little more speed there. But if you can make that bottom work, that's where you want to put this truck.
Well, absolutely, because number one, there's no one else there, typically, and number two, it's the shortest way around. I mean, we're talking about a half-mile track. It's a half-mile around the inside. So when you're running that outside, you're actually going a little further than you would be otherwise running around the apron. And for that 25, if he's running that low lane and can make that work, then he still has the option of moving to that high lane later in the run. If they do get a long green flag run and tires begin to wear, he could jump right up there and be just as fast as the other drivers who are currently running around that top side now.
And it looked like right there early on, Minter was gaining some ground. He's kind of lost a little bit here the last lap or two. Now it looks like he's kind of closing back in. So that bottom is definitely working at the moment for him. Just slowly kind of reeling him in. Looks like we got another yellow.
Yeah, I see a little trouble there in the back, and some guys are slowing down as we move to that blimp cam. Let's see if we can find out what happened here, as I'm still not seeing anything in my SDK, which provides me the information for the crashes. I do see the yellow flag, but I do not see the crash. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. I don't know if we can find out from race control maybe what they saw happen, if they saw it. I imagine they did, because the yellow did come out. So while we're looking at that, let's go back and check out for Zorku fans. If you guys are paying attention tonight, there's your driver, Jeremy Flanagan, sitting back in the 15th position. His truck looks pretty decent, like that Kajicut Motorsports truck. It's got a little damage to the right side. I said decent, and I didn't pay attention to that right side. So little right front damage, little right rear damage. Looks like he's going to go ahead and bring that truck to pit road. Maybe get some of that the damage straightened out. Maybe put some fresh tires on. He was last on pit road, and I can't see that because he is in now. This is his second pit stop. I think it was early on in the race. Maybe one of those lap 3 guys. But he's back down pit road nonetheless. From the pylon here at Bristol Motor Speedway, looks pretty calm as there's no trucks in sight from up here. So we'll get back down to where the action is. But very cool looking camera. You can see all the fans in the stands that come show up today to watch this race. Despite there being NASCAR circuit race going on tonight in Texas, they've decided to join us here in Bristol. And they're probably able to keep track of what's going on in that Cup race over on the Fox app that they're pulled up on their phone. But they're here live with us tonight. We'll take it.
Yeah, hopefully there's no storms rolling through Bristol tonight either. Seems like there's a lot of storms rolling across everywhere tonight from what I hear. I know we had a bad storm where I'm at, knocked the power out for a while. Luckily, we got everything back right before the broadcast started. So
yeah, you had to fire up your generator to charge your electric car to get down here to the booth tonight, didn't you, Dave?
Absolutely.
The gas prices are way too high to do it any other way. So I'm glad you're here with me. I know we were expecting some storms here in Charlotte tonight. Hopefully, we're going to stay with you guys all night tonight and not have any issues, but can't promise anything. If we do happen to drop from the streams, we will work to get it back up as quickly as possible. But so far, so good.
We're here now. That's all that matters.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here is your rundown. As you see, you have the 420 in Middleton currently in the lead with Cal Purcell second, Jackson Minter third, Delgado is fourth, Carr is fifth, Purcell sixth, Garns seventh, I believe, with Angerstein. No, Garns is eighth, so it's Angerstein in seventh, Garns eighth, Horton ninth, and rounding out your top 10 is Eli Rebozo. We're under our seventh caution. 64 laps of 150 in the code 0 radio 150.
And green is out.
That 420
gets great jump for Middleton, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cal Purcell loses about 5 positions or 5 truck links to Jason Middleton. Jason is gone, and he's running around that bottom as well. There's something there, at least early on. While your tires are still cold, that inside seems to be the way to get gone. Jackson Minter still digging on the bottom, trying to chase down the 10 of Kyle Purcell.
Yeah, Minter's still running the bottom. Looks like Jackson's car is still trying to run that bottom right now. It just seems like there's a lot more momentum up on that high side. Looking right now, it looks like Adam Angerstein is the closest car on the fresher tires here. Looks like he pitted on that last one. He's battling out here for 5th and 4th at the moment, so those new tires are working for him.
As he gets into the back of the 13, gives him a little bump there, but safely backs out of it, allows 13 to gather things up, and all is well. 13 didn't even appear to get loose by the bump, but he did lay the chrome horn to him there a little bit. He is the faster truck, and I think that's what it is. He's saying, hey, guys, I'm trying to get by you here. I've got fresher tires, and I'm coming through. Beep, beep, beep.
Caution's out again. Yeah, like I said, the laps are ticking off pretty quick here. I know we've run a lot of these under yellow, but 72 laps are just about at halfway. So if you got anything, now's the time to do it.
And Scott Leonard just got turned is what happened there, Dave. Let's go back and take another look at this. Let's take another look at what happened with Scott. I don't think Scott even got loose or anything. It's just that maybe he was a little slower than the 013 as they got into the turn here. And yeah, just gets the bumper laid to him, gets her sideways. Did a nice job of keeping it out of the wall though. No damage. Hopefully he can get that truck turned around and go in to preserve his lead lap there. Did drop him back to the 17th position, but it looks like he will remain on the lead lap in that number 8 Lucky Dog Detailing Chevrolet entry.
Yeah, Scott Leonard is one of the playoff drivers. Came in here, in 11th, tied for 11th there. So, tough break for him.
Yeah, I mean this is a game of give and take a little bit. You have to kind of you got to check up for the guys in front of you if they're running a little slower. There's time left to do this and do this without throwing the bumper this early on. I get it if a guy's holding you up for lap after lap after lap, move him a little, get him up the track, but it's just a shame to see playoff drivers getting spun out early on in a race. A halfway, we're coming right to halfway here, but it happens.
And another driver that's having kind of a rough night tonight. It looks like Peter Terrio's on pit road here, sitting right now in the 11th position. He came in here your points leader tonight, two points ahead of Kyle Purcell. Currently,
it does look like Cal came down as well, though, Dave.
Okay, so he did come down as well.
Yeah, he did, and so did Jackson Minter, Nathan Christensen, Christian Delgado, and Justin Horton. So, yeah, this may have been more of a strategy deal here. because now they're the guys with the freshest tires pitting here on lap 73, where there's some a few tire changes at lap 61, and then you're looking at like lap 49. Jason Middleton still has not been to pit road, still on his fresh set of tires. It's a lot of track position, but
yeah, it might not be worth the risk at this point. If we keep the cautious keep falling like they do, he may never have to pit.
I mean, that's true, but eventually those tires are going to give up. You know,
I would say he'd have to come down for fuel at some point.
Yeah, I mean, when they run 100% fuel here, it is only 150 laps. With these caution laps, it's likely that he can make it all the way on fuel. But the tire wear that the tire disadvantage that he's going to be at, I don't know if they got a green flag run somehow to the end here. I think he'd be a sitting duck.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Angerstein is going to be lining up behind him there in third on that inside row. And before that yellow, looked like Adam was really moving to the front. So, I mean, Middleton could be in trouble right here on this restart. It looks like he's the only one that has not pitted.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 49 lap pressure tires. We're about to see what that means with this 9 truck as the 420 is off. Going down into turn 1. Looks like the 97 of Jackson Carr is in second place with Adam Angerstein in third. Adam's not using those tires yet. If that's an advantage, he's not using them here early on in this first lap of the restart here.
Yellow's out again.
Looks like we might have had an incident with Sean Purcell. Let's see what's going on with Sean back here. And he just gets up into the wall, comes down, collects the 15 truck of Justin Horton. Pretty straightforward there. Just smacked the wall and never gathered it up before it was able to take out some other drivers. Folks, we're getting to lap 80 of the Code Zero Radio 150. Let's take a look at our sponsor tag here. I want to make sure I don't miss anything on this one, as this is the WCZR Code Zero Radio, Wisconsin's alternative rock radio. We're proud to have these guys on board for helping us out with this race this week. Appreciate the sponsorship there. You guys check them out. Looks like they do have a website. You're seeing it there on your screen. Again, WCZR Code Zero Radio. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network, presenting the All-American Racing Leagues or Lawn Care Truck Series for the Code Zero Radio 150 at Bristol. And there has been a lot of action. There has been a lot of turmoil on track. And I'm pretty sure the Discord is lighting up with folks who are upset with other drivers. Obviously, we're all friends here. But, when it comes to racing, it does tend to get serious come race day. We do this for fun, but at the same time, we're all competitive racers. We take it as serious. I mean, if you look at some of the rigs that some of these folks have, there's a lot of money they put into this because they want to be the best. They want to be the best week in and week out. They want to be crowned champion. They want to be race champion. So yeah, it's going to be interesting come next week or even following up after this race to see who might not be as friendly as they used to be. We may see it by the end of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, we do this for fun, but at the same time, we take it very seriously. A lot of time and effort goes into crafting your skill life, I guess I can say, to try to strive to be the best. And when it doesn't go your way, sometimes you get upset. So I'm sure with Bristol, a lot of emotions go on, and a lot of angry people.
Well, keeping in mind that a lot of our drivers do have paid sponsors, and you can see the sponsorships on their trucks, and they want to get out here and have the best showing for their sponsor. That helps it be a little more competitive, because the sponsor wants their vehicle to be seen as well in a good light, and that driver absolutely wants to provide the best quality finish that they can for that sponsor. Looks like we're coming to green, Dave. If you want to break them down.
Yeah, Middleton out to it's another great jump here, and pull by 3 or 4 car lengths down into 1. But Jackson's car is still trying to keep him honest. Middleton just slowly pulls away, even on those older tires. He's still got a lot of speed in that truck.
Without a doubt. I mean, I honestly wasn't expecting him to be able to pull away like this this late in the run. With Jackson car has 33 lap fresher tires. Now a lot of that's under caution, but at the same time, there's a lot of heat cycles on the tires.
Oh, they're wrecking again.
Let's see what we have here. That's a little early. Let me see if I can back that up some. As far as I could see, it was okay. Yeah, it looks like the 8 gets into the corner a lot better than the 92. Hooks that the right rear, and the 92 slides up, and the 26 gets a bite of that one as well. Again, just more turmoil. 92 is not in the. Actually, he is a playoff driver, so that was the 92 involved. The 29 got caught up again, another playoff driver. You had the 26 who's a playoff driver. Just a lot going on here, and it all started with what appeared to be Scott Leonard just got in the back of him there.
Yeah, it looks like Scott may have misjudged that a little bit. It looked like he tried to get to the outside, kind of knew the 92 was a little bit slower there in the center, and just maybe a little bit of a misjudgment trying to get it to the high side.
Yeah, that 8 looked a little bit better earlier. Looking at him on screen now. Front of his truck's beat up pretty good. Left side there's beat up pretty good. The 8's almost scraped completely off of it. Yeah, had some better times there a little bit earlier. Looked a little better. Hopefully he has a quick repair. He can get that straightened back out. Get back out here and run some laps. Peter Terrio is currently behind Scott in the 8th position. His truck looks pretty decent in the front. Now the rear is taking a little beating. Again, those aren't happy marks. Yeah, he's got a little damage there on the front too. I'm not sure what Peter Terrio is. Looks like he's moving up to the 6th position behind Zorku. It doesn't look like Jeremy got any damage fixed on that truck on that last pit stop when he came down, because that right rear is still way up in the air, pushed forward. Your leader is Jason Middleton. I think he's led every lap of this race. Yeah, he's led every lap of this race so far. Sat on the pole, led every lap, 89 of them thus far. Jackson Carr is in 2nd. Adam Angerstein is in 3rd. Eli Repose is up 10 positions for 4th. Jeremy Zorku Flanagan is up 5 positions to finally crack the top 5 here, with Larry Garnes in 6th and Peter Terrio in 7th.
Looks like Peter Terrio just hit pit road. Not too sure what for. I believe he was on pit road that last caution, so I'm not sure if he got a little bit of damage from that or not.
Yeah, so I was telling you the back of his truck was beat up pretty bad, and it still is. And the front still has a little damage, but not much. So maybe he's just coming down to get a little bit more of that damage straightened out. We'll see what he does here as we watch him make his pit entry and entering his box here. See if they can do a quick repair. It honestly looked like he just did some fuel only. I mean, he didn't take any tires. Still has all the damage. I'm not sure unless he was just trying. I don't think he had any problem making it on fuel.
Yeah, not too sure. I mean, like I said, he was on pit road that caution before, and like you said, it was only a 6-second pit stop or so, so maybe just fuel only.
We're off as we hear more crashing going on in the background on this restart. Maybe folks just smacking together a little bit as the 420 is out ahead of Jackson Carr by about 0.2 of a second. Check that, now out by a half second over Jackson Carr is Jason Middleton.
Yeah, Peter Terra did come back down pit road right as the green came out, so not sure if he was had to serve a penalty.
Okay, so maybe that's what it was. Maybe he thought he could serve that under the caution flag or something. Or, you know what, he may have pitted when it was closed for fuel. I'm not really sure what happened with him there. And your freshest tires belong to Adam Angerstein, who pitted on lap 49. I say freshest of the top three. Jeremy Flanagan in fifth. Pitted on lap 61. And then you have Kyle Purcell, Jackson Mentor, Sean Purcell that were running in the front earlier, pitted lap 73. And Kyle Purcell is on the move. As the 10 car has passed Zorku, the 25 is now battling with that 72 truck to try to take over that sixth position.
Yeah, Minter's still running that bottom. He has not. I don't think he's come off the bottom all night.
And you know, maybe that's just where his truck is comfortable. Maybe riding that high side is not. Maybe it's a little loose for his truck. I didn't get out here and run the trucks to get a feel for them this time, but maybe it's just an issue with the loose condition up top there, and he likes it on the bottom. I don't know. It's fast either way. He seems to have a really fast truck regardless. And that Or Lawn Care Capital Signs truck, he's showing those awesome sponsorship graphics there for Salt Motorsports. Heard some tires squealing. Yellow flag is out. See what happened with Rodney Uberpacker. Oh, and the 8 just comes off the wall, clips the 29, and the 29 goes around. Again, just unfortunate incident there, as the 8 did just bounce from the wall. We can go take another look from a different angle here and see what we got, but pretty sure that's what happened with him. So we'll back it up and take another look. Well, that angle's not going to work for us, is it? Let's try. There. Watch this 8. Yeah, the 8 just comes off the wall, flips that right quarter panel of the 29, sending the 29 spinning around. The 29 being another playoff driver as well. That's just very unfortunate.
Yeah, the 8's had kind of a rough night here tonight. It seems like he's been in quite a few incidents here as well. So hopefully he can get some stuff worked out. And looks like we got 48 laps remaining.
And we have our leader on pit road, Dave. Followed by second place driver, the 97 of Carr. Both are now on pit road. So it looks like we had about 7 drivers that are taking the advantage, or 8 drivers taking the opportunity, maybe 9, the opportunity to come down pit road. So they're really not going to lose a whole lot here, as we have a 21 or 20 car field since we weren't able to get Tyrone Yo in here. But it's a very interesting call here. There are 47 laps to go. Your new leader is Eli Raposa, going to get some of those points for leading a lap. Kyle Purcell is second. Jackson Mentor is third. Zorku which is Jeremy Flanagan, is fourth. Sean Purcell fifth. Don Manning sixth. Justin Horton seventh. Jason Middleton will return to the track after that pit stop in eighth. With Adam Ingerstein ninth, and Jackson Carr running out your top 10. that was probably a good call doing that right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Jason does in traffic here, trying to make his way back to the front. Like, yeah, I mean, he's had the by far the fastest truck here tonight, so hopefully he shows a little patience, and I think he'll have no problem getting back to the front.
Yeah, no doubt. It's great having a fast truck, but if you're in traffic, you've got to be really careful not to run over these other drivers or get caught up in someone else's mess. As we said earlier, most of the issues have come from 6th, 7th on back, except for that one early issue with second place there. But you'd hate to have the best truck out here and fall into someone else's mistake or create it yourself because you're that much faster. All right, let's see how Eli Raposa could do with this restart. Now, he pitted on last on lap 48, and Cal Purcell on the outside last pitted on lap 73. So there's a few laps there as the pace truck is off. And the 46 gets a jump, but the 10 is not letting him go as he holds onto that outside going into turn 1. The 10 moves around the outside to take the lead away from the 46. Zorku moves to the outside of the 25, taking that third position. Now he's got his sights set on the 46 of Eli Raposa.
Yeah, great restart for Kyle Purcell to be able to pin it to the outside, and yellow is out again.
Looks like Adam Angerstein may have ended up in an issue here with Scott Leonard and Larry Garnes. We're going to have to back it up a little bit from this to see what happened. Let's see if we can get what happened there. He got a bump from the 13. 13 then checked up to let it by, got caught by the 03 it looked like, and then the 20 and the 8 were just victims of that one. Let's see here. There. Take a look. Yeah, so that restart unfortunately comes a little late as to the action, but yeah, it looks like Adam's on the bottom there in the 13. Adam clipped the apron, and as he starts to come up, he's slowing down a little because he knows he's pushing up the track. And that 13 had a preferred line coming through there, just wasn't able to either judge how slow the 9 was going or what it was, but just got into his bumper and set things off. And that's playoff drivers again. Adam Angerstein and Scott Leonard. We're on lap 109 of 150 in the Code Zero Radio 150. Kyle Purcell's your leader with Eli Raposa in second. Jeremy Zorku Flanagan in third. Jackson Minter fourth. And Sean Purcell rounds out your top 5.
Yeah, we got Jason Middleton still sitting back there in the 8th position. I'm sure he'd like to see some green flag racing, try to get back to the front here. But if you're Kyle Purcell, you're probably saying, let's keep doing this every lap, boys. I'll pace all the way to victory lane.
Well, absolutely, because that 420 has been the class of the field. And personally, if I were Kyle Purcell, I wouldn't want to have to deal with him later either. So you're right. Caution flags are Cal Purcell's best friend at the moment. Now, Cal's not been a slow truck by any means. So I'm definitely not saying that. Just that 420 was going to be a hard truck to beat tonight. And that pit stop may have been untimely. I don't know. It's so tough because staying out would have been just... Eventually, like I said, the tires were going to cost you. So I think it was a good plan to pit. Just unfortunate he didn't get more of these other guys to go ahead and come down and take fresh ones with him. It's currently 67 degrees ambient temperature with track temperature 70 degrees. Clear skies, 41% humidity. Actually, it's a little overcast. I'm not sure why I'm getting clear, but that's all right. Lights are off on the pace truck. Getting these guys lined up, so let's do it one more time. As the laps are winding down here in the Coke Zero Radio 150. Pace truck is in. Kyle Purcell is leading them off as he gets a great jump over the 46 of Eli Raposa. Looks like that 72 of Zorku moves to the inside of the 46, followed by now we're seeing Jackson Minter run that high side. He restarted on the high side, and now he is running that high side as he's moving to the outside of Zorku. And you move to this battle. He makes it around the outside of the 72. The 72 is not doing so well down on the bottom as he gets a bump by the 00 of Sean Purcell. No harm, no foul as that 420. Here comes Jason Middleton running that outside line. He's going around the outside of the 00 of Sean Purcell. Looks to me he's getting a little held up by that 72, but he's showing great patience. Trying to wait till he clears the 00. Now he moves to the inside of the 72. It's going to be hard to hold this guy back. This truck is absolutely flying around here.
Yeah, showing a lot of patience right there around some of these slower trucks.
Caution
Looks
is
like we
out.
get another one.
Dave Sharon has crashed, it appears. Let's take a look, see what happened with Dave. And it looks like he just got a little loose there. He had a car on his outside, car on his inside, and looks like, or a truck, I say. Let's back up here and take a look. See if we can find out if that's all that went on a little bit further. Yeah, so it looks like that's all that happened.
Looks like it might have been a little bit of net code there. Looks like that truck kind of twitched kind of randomly right there.
Yeah, the net code from the 09. Neither driver looks like they did anything wrong, but it does look like rather than just getting naturally loose, and it's kind of hard to tell, but it does look like that he did get it was a kind of a quick push of the rear of that truck. So I think you're right, Dave. I think maybe some net code got him there. Kyle Purcell is your leader with Jackson Minter in second now. Eli Raposa third. Jason Middleton is up to fourth position with Zorku in fifth. Well, I'm not sure what the record number of cautions are in a 150 lap race here at Bristol, but pretty sure that we're competing very well on that level. And it's by no means am I criticizing these drivers, as this is a tough place to pack in even just 20 trucks into this half-mile track with these speeds so fast. And that Project Dynamics Toyota number 5 of John Higgins Jr. looks pretty clean out here right now. Maybe a little damage to the right front fender. Got his hood buckled a little bit. There's the rear end damage too. Looked really good from the driver's side, but not doing so bad. I know he's had to miss a few races. He wasn't really happy with having to do that, but I think he's out there having fun tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, John Higgins has been a long-time member of the All-American Racing League, and I know his work schedule has kind of caused him not to be able to run as much as he wants or would like. So to see him back here tonight is great. He's, holding on there after some early troubles. So, sitting within the top 10. Good run, good recovery for him so far. I'm sure he's looking to get a few more spots here by the time it's all said and done.
Yeah, and glancing at the points, Peter Terrio is currently, I'm trying to figure out how many laps down he is at the moment. He may be the first car one lap down. He is on, I'm trying to find what lap he's on here, and I may not have that data in front of me. But, yeah, it looks like he may be the first one lap down if I'm reading this right. Chad Snyder in 19th and David Sharon in the 010 is 20th. Off. Green flag in the air. Cal Purcell let him down and is rolling around that high side. The 420 is now up to second place. Jason Middleton. And he's going to chase down the 10 of Cal Purcell if he can get it done. Running that low side. That is one fast truck. I wouldn't want to see that in my mirror, Dave.
No, not at all. That truck is on a rail, slowly but surely reeling in Kyle Purcell here.
And he's got 29 lap fresher tires than Cal Purcell. Now, was our last week's leader or winner at Kansas, was that this 420?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so I mean, it was his first race last week. This is his second race in our truck series, and caution is out again as Peter Terrio crashes. Larry Garnes is involved. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. And it looks like we may have had an incident occurring ahead of that. Let me back it up a little because the 92 and the 9 made contact. So the 9 gets to the inside of the 92, hits his bumper, spins him around and up into the 26. Larry Garnes just about clears it and gets caught by the 26 on the way back down the track. That was, again, I don't know if there's the 92 and the 9. I think this is not the first time they've run into each other tonight.
No, I don't believe so. I think they've made contact a few times tonight.
And let's see if I can get on board here with Adam Angerstein just to see. I'm going to back it up just a little bit, see what the entry looked like. Let me pause that. Shoot. Actually, back it up. He dumped the 92, but I don't know. Trying to get in his. Let's look at his rear chase or his chase cam. Far. Yeah, he just drives in on the low side, gets up the track, and spins the 92. 92 gets into the 26. 26 gets around, and Larry Garnes gets caught up in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real tough position to try to take there. I mean, even if he does get cleanly to the inside of the 92, they're going to be stacked up 3 wide coming off the corner, which normally would not end well
I think
here at Bristol. So
yeah, it was a bit of a risky move by the 9 for sure. To even try it there. I mean, if he would have been a little more patient and try to get him, get the run on him for sure, but then try to make the pass on the exit. Obviously not on the exit of the turn, but have enough momentum to be able to carry him down the straightaway and make that pass in the next straightaway. I think would have been better. But I'm not behind the wheel of the trucks tonight. I can only speculate what would happen or what would be the better way, in my opinion, to do that. But your leader is Cal Purcell. Jason Middleton is second. Jackson Minter is third. I think we forgot to point this out, but if you pay attention to the... I'm going to move over to Cal Purcell. If you pay attention to the windshield of these trucks, you're going to see the ones that have that blue banner and blue spoiler. Those are the trucks that are running for the championship. There's 12 of them in the field. I think only 11 in the field tonight, but the ones with the purple banner are the ones that are running for the championship with a few races left to go. Those with the yellow banner either did not make it or maybe joined the league a little later. This is our entry league into the All-American Racing League. So we do have new folks coming in all the time, which is a good thing. And if you're interested, check us out on Facebook.com/All-American Racing League or Facebook.com/or Lawn Care E-Truck Series. And we can get you hooked up to come out and race with us. Again, this is the starter league. We have an Xfinity series we'll be starting up next season, as well as our premier series, the Cup, the Truckers Feed America Cup series.
Yeah, it looks like lights are out. Going to have 20 laps to go when they get here. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
We are, and it's go time, and we think there was some chaos at the beginning. Just wait. As the 10 truck is your trigger truck, let's see when he decides to go. He waits a little later, and he is off. Pulls out a little bit over the 420, but the 420 is hanging in there pretty tight on that outside. Less than a half a truck length, and he's going to carry that momentum to the outside of the 10 truck on exit. Falls in line behind, gives a little bump to the 10. Oh, no! The 420 wrecks the 10 truck. The 9, the 72. It's tough for a playoff driver. Ah, man. Let's go take another look at that.
Yikes. I believe there was some issues between these two last week.
And you think maybe it spilled over? I am trying to find that wreck. Oh, man. I don't know why it's not giving me the spin. Yeah, the 72 is already backward there. Let me get with... That is a tough break for Kyle Purcell. And I don't even want to say a tough break. That was just kind of a rough deal there. Let me back it up. I hate this, folks, but that's the way we have it here tonight. As we see them. 420 got up into the wall a little bit. He just drove it in there and kind of laid the bumper to him a little bit. Chrome horn said, hey.
I don't know if Middleton maybe thinks that Kyle kind of ran him up towards the wall. I don't see much that Kyle had done wrong. This doesn't look like he really pinched him that hard. But he's, it looked like he left room there for the 420 on the outside. I don't know if maybe he just thinks that Kyle kind of ran him up a little bit, and it looks like a flat out. Didn't appreciate that getting back down in the corner.
Yeah, and I don't even know that. I mean, it's not like he clipped the quarter panel or anything. Which is typically what you want to do if you're trying to spin somebody. But I think where they were at on the banking at the time when the contact was made is what sent the... Because, here's Kyle Purcell. He's running. He's got that truck yawed out as much as he can to get through that turn. So he's already at the edge of breaking free and spinning. And the 420 just kind of laid the bumper to him, and it spun that truck around. I don't know if... typically there's penalties for being the cause of the accident. It looks like that's what's happening here is the 420 pulls to the inside to allow the field to go by. Very costly.
Looks like Middleton was given the EOL there.
Yep, very costly ordeal there for the contact made. But you know what that does? That puts Kyle Purcell and the 420 together at the rear of this field. This might not be the end of it.
And it puts Kyle's brother, I guess, Sean, up here on the pole in first, and Jackson Minter is outside.
Absolutely, with Jackson Carr in third, John Higgins Jr. up 12 spots to fourth, with Adam Ingerstein in fifth. Need to go live again so you guys can see what's happening. Didn't miss a thing, folks. We're still under the caution with 16 laps to go in the Code Zero Radio 150. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to go green next time by with 15 laps to go in the race. This is going to get dicey. I'm kind of on the edge of my seat now. Trying to follow what's going to happen. I'm really curious about what's going to happen in the back of this pack, though.
Yeah, I mean, we got the two front runners most of the night here that just had an issue with each other, both starting at the back, pretty much side by side. So that should be an interesting one at the back. But we'll see what happens here at the front. We got a new lineup.
Yeah, we're going to watch Sean Purcell lead him off here, as he will be your control truck as the pace car dives off of the track and onto pit road. 00 takes off, and he gets a good jump. 2, 3, maybe 4 truck lengths over the 97 and 25. 97 to the inside of the 25, makes that pass. The 5 truck is now trying to get around Jackson Minter. The 97 of Jackson Minter. Jackson Carr is the 97 in second place, trying to get up alongside Sean Purcell. Falls back 2 truck lengths as they go into 1.
And Jason Middleton is coming through this field like a man possessed right now.
Wow. You're absolutely right, as he has now moved his way all the way back up to the 9th position, and he is working on Kyle Purcell, who is just in front of him. They just had a little bit of contact a second ago. Some of the trucks a little bit slower than the 420 seem to be holding them up just a little bit here. And that 10 is pushing to hold him down on the outside as they're going to take it Thought they were going to go 3 wide for a minute on the entry. And the 10 is having a problem getting around the 9. He's going to duck to the low side, following behind the 420. Sean Purcell still your leader with Jackson Carr in second. And John Higgins Jr. has moved his way up to third. Eli Raposa is fourth, and Christian Delgado rounds out your top 5. But we are watching as this 420 truck is making a move around the 15 truck of Justin Horton for the 6th position. Can he get it? Will the 10 catch up to this 420 and repay the favor? That 420 is having a little bit difficult time getting around that blue-gray plastic fabrication Chevrolet of Horton. So Horton's maintaining on that outside line. And the 10's just waiting. He's waiting and watching. Here we go as the 10's closing in on the bumper of the 420. I think he could, if he was going to take his shot, I think he could have took it then. He chose not to do it. As he moves to the outside of the 420, entering 1.
Yeah, it looks like Jason finally will have him clear here. A little bump by the 10 there, got him a little out of shape.
I heard a little hit carnage with 6 laps to go. Sean Purcell is still your leader, but this seems to be the best battle happening on the track at the moment. As that 10 and 420 are nose to tail, but you have the 15 and the 46. 15 just hits the wall a little bit, but gains great momentum coming off as he gets on the bumper of the 10. Now the 13 of Delgado is the next one that will be overtaken by Jason Middleton, who just moved into the 5th position. He's passing the 13 for 4th. But don't look now. Kyle Purcell is not done. He's following him through to try to take over that 5th position from Delgado. As he gets a little bit loose underneath the 13 there on exit. And he gets loose on entry.
And we will have a green-white checker.
Green-white checker. Let's see what happened here. It looked to me, I want to back up a little bit because it looks like in our preview he's already loose. So the 10's pushing it here. He's trying to get around the 13. Just gets loose, gets up into the 13. 15 had nowhere to go into the back of the 10. Unfortunately, gets spun around there. Looked to be a good race for the 15 tonight, but may fall back a little here. So with Cal Purcell and Peter Terrio both being the top of the points, I mean, it's going to shake these points up quite a bit with Sean Purcell being, who I believe is also in the, no, he's not in the chase. So right now, your top 4 are not in the chase. 5. Your first chase driver is going to be Adam Angerstein. Nathan Christensen just missed it last week. Adam Angerstein with a really beat up number 9 truck here is going to be the highest in the of the points runners running for a championship right now. The next is going to be Rodney Uberpacker in that 29. He's the next that's running for points. I know, yeah, it's going to be a tough night in the points. I can't wait to see how it shakes out. As we have your leaders, Sean Purcell, the 00, out front. Followed by Jackson Carr, John Higgins Jr. in 3rd, Jason Middleton 4th, with Eli Raposa, Adam Angerstein. Christian Delgado must have come down pit road. So he gave up that 4th position to come on, or 5th position to come on down pit road. And Dave Sharon is 7th. 8th is Rodney Uberpacker. 9th is Nathan Christensen. 10th is Larry Garnes. Justin Horton fell to 11th there. With Christian Delgado in 12th. Jackson Minter in 13th. Scott Leonard is in 14th. And Kyle Purcell is still on pit road, but will be scored 15th when he comes back out. This is the Code Zero Radio 150. We have 3 laps to go as we are under green-white checker conditions. Now, I believe we have 3 attempts at this. Good chance we might use them tonight, Dave.
Yeah, we may need all of them.
This is going to be like the longest pace laps for that 00. Because he knows that 420 is coming. He knows even if Jackson Carr is very fast as well. Sean Purcell pitted on lap 81. These other guys in the top 4 were down on lap 102. Eli Raposa was down on lap 48. So Eli has the worst in the 46 of the top 5 there. But Adam Edelstein has some fresher tires too. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here as the pace truck is off.
And we are back. Sean Purcell was not wasting any time. He knows what's on the line here.
Absolutely, as he gets a great pull off turn 2 there. As they head down into 3, taking that little bit at middle line, seems to be working some momentum for him. See the 420 is in 3rd position, trying to work that high side, letting her hang out. But it's going to take a lot.
On the final lap,
Who is going to be our winner?
Jackson Carr makes an attempt, not quite enough. It's going to be Sean Purcell.
Sean Purcell is your winner. The 97 gets spun by the 420, but they're already across the line. I think that was just the 97 checking up there. But, man, don't know where this finished up with those guys crashing there. But, we'll give you guys a full field rundown here in just a second. We're also going to get our top 3 finishers in the booth, kind of discuss some of the action that's been going on. I guess we're going to start first with that 420 of Jason Middleton.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pull him in. Hey, Jason, it's Dave and Dave in the booth. You got a copy, bud? Looks like Jason is muted at the moment.
Hey, Jason Middleton, you got a copy?
Here, hold on. My Discord is bugging out right now. Give me just 1 second. Drag me back in here in just a second. I got to close and reopen it, okay?
Okay. We'll check in with you in a few. Let's go ahead and bring in Jackson Carr in 2nd place and talk to him first. We'll get back to Jason Middleton.
Jackson, it's Dave and Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Jackson. Man, what a race. I know there was a lot of yellows, a lot of pacing, but hey, you can't be too disappointed with a P2 finish after how that race went for you.
Yeah, I raced Sean earlier in the race. He had a really difficult line to pass. He out of the corner, he'd slow. I drift down, get the exit, so I was pretty torn up there in the front, wasted my tires getting through the pack, so I did everything I could. I could have sent him into 3, but I don't wreck people for wins like that, but I'm happy for P2 after going all the way to the back.
Yeah, Jackson, congratulations on that P2, man. That it was definitely a really good show among the front runners when there was action all over the place. But unfortunately, the cautions were coming quite often, and it seemed like we never really could get a green flag run. Was that frustrating you at any point in the race that we just couldn't get it settled out?
100%. I only knew a tire saving line. People were running the top. Top was fast. I never once practiced the top. I just ran the bottom, saved tires. So it was annoying. If it would have went green, all the way. Well, after I got back to the front, I could save tires and pull away at the same time. Same with Jason. But we both got set to the back, and it was cautions, and then we just waited too long to pit, and we lost track position. But I'm 2nd place. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You got anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, or anyone you'd like to thank for helping you get along this far in your career?
I would like to thank Jason. He teaches me the line for this track. He's really good at Bristol, and he sat me down and taught me all the kinks, so I'm thankful for him. Domino's doesn't sponsor me, but shout out to the Max Speed. They do sponsor me, so shout out to Max Speed and you guys in the booth for putting it on.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations again. We're going to send you back to celebrate with your team, and we'll get Jason in here. He had some mic issues earlier, so let's get Jason back in the booth, Dave. Congratulations again.
Yep, thank you.
see if we can get Jason Middleton in here and
Okay. Jason is in here. You got his copy, Jason?
Yes, sir, I do.
Jason, man, you got the pole tonight. You dominated the majority of this race, man. Really fast piece. Uh, Honestly, we watched you when you went to the back come after your pit stop, and we watched you fly back through the field there. How did you see the race going tonight? Obviously, a lot of cautions, a lot of stuff like this. You never really could get a good long run going, but how was your race?
It was pretty good for the most part. I just want to say first and foremost, I'm sorry to Kyle there. I didn't expect him to run the middle along with me, and I was going a little too fast on entry. I know I had a lot better tires because, I just pitted. I probably had 30 lap better tires, and yeah, where his tires were so bad, I mean, I was just a lot faster than I expected getting in on entry, and I just gave him a little tap. I tried to get out of it as much as I could, and then he started going around, and then, yeah, that was the end of it.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out what had happened, on the broadcast. We've kind of looked at it, but wasn't too sure. I don't like to make too many assumptions on stuff that goes down, but it was tough break there for Kyle as well. But great run to get back to the front. I mean, it was impressive watching. I mean, even you and Kyle both trying to get back to the front. It was fun to watch, just kind of bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with you. Because we didn't know what happened, we were really we were feeding it at home. We realized that you didn't clip the side of his truck or anything. You didn't. So an intentional spin would actually come from the quarter panel rather than from the rear. So we kind of realized that, but it put both of you guys in the back there to work your way through. And the two of you guys were flying, kept it nice and clean through there. I think maybe at one point he might have gotten your bumper a little bit trying to get around one of those cars, but again, it was just awesome. You put on an awesome display of driving tonight, man. Got back up to P3. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not the type to ever, intentionally wreck somebody. I don't even usually move people. I was just an honest mistake.
Yeah, and like we were saying to the viewers at home earlier, stuff happens so quick here at Bristol. You don't realize it. Yeah, when you're behind the wheel, we all know how quick stuff happens, and it is what it is, and we'll move on. But great run to finish P3. Anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
I just want to thank my sponsor, Max TV and SkyPoint. They've been a huge help to me, and they're good friends of mine as well. So yeah, I want to thank them. And my teammate Jackson for running with me. Me and him, we tried to stick together for the majority of the race and see what we could do out there tonight. It was a good time.
Very awesome, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there, maybe talking to you next week. We'll send you back to celebrate with your team, and again, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. I think it's time. You think it's time, Dave?
No, why not? Let's go talk to Sean.
Okay.
There's Sean there. Sean, it's Dave and Dave in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
I do, hello.
Hey, great run tonight. I know that green-white checkered, I'm sure you knew Jason was itching to get back to the front there, but you were able to get it done on that green-white checkered, so congrats. And I know we had a few more yellows than we'd all like tonight, but overall, how'd your race go tonight? I know you're winning, but how'd it go?
Well, I got beat up pretty early, but was able to keep it pretty clean the rest of the way. And, Jackson did a good job not wrecking me or driving through me at the end there, so I appreciated that one. It was a good race. I actually enjoyed it. There was a lot of passing, which usually you don't get at Bristol, so I had a good time and was able to represent Mental Health Awareness Month, which is important to me, so it's good to get a win in that truck.
Absolutely, and, you got bragging rights because you beat your brother tonight, so congrats on that as well.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, that's always a good one.
So, we kind of talked about this a little bit with as fast as Jason Middleton was tonight. What were you thinking when, he went to the back, and then next thing you know, he's in your mirror late in this race. I told Dave, I said, I would not want to be seeing that truck in my mirror this late. With the green, white checkered and all this coming. Did that ever occur to you that how fast he was and on fresher tires?
Honestly, I had no idea he was coming back to the field. I had no idea where he was. I was just worried about the 97 behind me because he was running a different line, and I knew that he'd be able to really slide it in and door me if he wanted to. So I was just trying to get the really good runs off the corner and just worry about my race and keeping an eye on Jackson. I didn't even realize Jason was coming up and making a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of what the 97 said. Said as well. He said the line that you were running made it very difficult to pass. And congratulations on the victory here tonight. This is your first victory with or Lawn Care Truck Series. Is that correct?
Yeah, I made a pass with on the last lap of Chicagoland last season before the 99 came up and adored me and took me out. So this was a good one to finally get my vengeance and get a win.
Well, man, you are the winner of the Code Zero Radio 150 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to? Anyone you'd like to thank? Uh, Anything you'd like to say, man? The floor is yours.
I just want to shout out my brother for taking one for the team, getting wrecked out of the lead there late, got me put in the lead because I was third and the person that wrecked him was second. So got a free placement in the front and was able to close it out. So thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it.
That's awesome, man. Well, we're gonna send you back to celebrate with your brother and your team, and again, congratulations on the victory tonight.
Yeah, you guys have a good one. Thanks.
Well, Dave, let's give the rundown here of the running order, the final running order in this race, which was definitely there were a lot of cautions, there was a lot of action. How would you sum this thing up? Let's go through the field first. I want to get ahead of myself a little. Let's see here. All right, your leader or your winner, Sean Purcell. Second place, Jackson Carr. Third place, Jason Middleton. Fourth was John Higgins Jr. Fifth was Eli Raposa. Sixth was Christian Delgado. Seventh, we have Justin Horton. Eighth, Rodney Uberpacker. Ninth was Larry Garnes. And rounding out your top 10 was Jackson Mentor.
And then we got Kyle Purcell coming home in 11th. That's kind of a disappointing run for him tonight. 12th will go to Scott Leonard. 13th will go to Nathan Christensen. 14th will go to Dave Sharon. 15th to Adam Angerstein. 16th will go to Jeremy Flanagan. 17th will go to Peter Terrio. 18th, Don Manning. 19th will be Chad Snyder. 20th will be David Sharon, the 3. And 21st will be Tyrone Yo. I guess he had internet connections, never started the race, but he'll be scored in 21st.
Yeah, and for the folks at home, what you're seeing on your display here, sometimes SDK doesn't get the final results correct, as they had a little mix-up there with 12th through 16th. As they show Adam Angerstein 12th, Dave Sharon, but what Dave Lafano is reading from here is actual iRacing, the official results. So if you see that being a little bit different, that is why. So the racing in itself, again, when they were green, it was good. Like I think it was Sean Purcell alluded to the fact, or maybe it was Jason, but I think it was Sean, that there was a lot of passing going on here at Bristol. We did see some guys running that low line and saving tires, as Jackson Carr alluded to. So I don't know. I think all in all, the racing was good when it was green.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once they get it strung out and they got those, I think we had some, 20 lap runs there a couple times, and it was good racing overall. I'm sure everybody was kind of frustrated with the amount of yellows that came out tonight, but you get that, especially Bristol. A lot of the short tracks, you get a lot of that with a lot of the yellows and things of that nature. So I'm not sure where they're headed to next week. I don't have that graphic pulled up.
Let me get that for us, Dave. As we do have some interesting things getting ready to happen here for the schedule. Let me see if I can switch that over here. As next week we move on to a double header. It's going to be the double header is going to be it's on June the 5th. A double header on Sunday. We're going to start a little bit earlier in the night at Dover. and they're going to run 100 laps at Dover, and then the drivers are going to jump on their virtual planes, and you won't have to go anywhere because we're not going to switch the stream. We're going to be at Chicagoland within another 5 minutes from that. So we may take a slight intermission there, let you guys get up and get some more popcorn and a drink or whatever it is that you need, as they will start practice at Chicagoland for 70 laps there to finish out the night. That doubleheader ought to be fun. And then on June 12th, Martinsville, another half mile, little flat track. That's always a lot of fun. Hopefully these guys will be able to pull it in there with a fewer cautions than we had tonight, and that's likely so with the speeds being down at Martinsville. And then on June the 19th, we're heading for Championship Sunday to Nashville. Nashville's always fun, Dave. That's a good place for this series to end in the season.
Yeah, Nashville's a great track. Personally, one of my favorite tracks on the sim in the NASCAR cars. So looking forward to that one for sure. But yeah, tonight I figured it'd be crazy, and that's exactly what it was. A lot of tight racing, a lot of beating and banging, some tempers afterwards, I'm sure, some upset people, but it's Bristol, and that's that's kind of what it lives up to. Is not everyone's going to be happy at the end of this. There's usually only one happy person at the end, and that's the one that won.
Yep, absolutely. And as we said at the beginning, it's Bristol, baby. So it did not disappoint as far as the action and the amount of carnage. And we will see you guys next week. For David Lafano, up here in the booth with me, I am David Harrow. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network. This was the Code Zero Radio 150 for the OR Lawn Care Truck Series. It's the All-American Racing League. Check us out. We'll see you guys on June the 5th for that doubleheader. Take care.